30 days without your phone would not just change your life, it would reveal exactly who has been pulling the strings. Your sleep would deepen into a restorative state you have not felt since your childhood. Your constant low-level anxiety would evaporate like mist under the midday sun. Your ability to think in straight logical lines would return like a forgotten superpower. And if that statement makes you tense, if your mind immediately starts generating excuses for why you need the device, that tension is the only proof you need. You do not own this device. It owns access to you. You are holding the most powerful leverage tool in human history, and you are using it as a digital pacifier to numb the discomfort of being alone. You think you are scrolling for information. You are not. You are being harvested. Every pause on a video, every half-second spent staring at a thumbnail is recorded. It feeds a multi-billion-dollar feedback loop designed to bypass your logic. Thousands of engineers have one job: predict exactly when your willpower will collapse. They have mapped your habits better than you have mapped your own goals. They know when you are tired. They know when you are lonely. They know it is 2 a.m. and your defenses are down. They do not need iron chains to keep you in place. They have dopamine. They do not need force to command your attention. They have frictionless design and infinite scrolls. They are not building a tool for your benefit. They are building a cage around your potential. Predictable people are nothing more than profitable inventory. 2,000 years ago, a man surrounded by real emperors figured out how to cut loose those strings. Let us talk about Seneca. Seneca was not hiding from the world in a cave. He lived at the epicenter of political and social chaos. His notifications were not digital pings. They were armored footsteps outside his study door. Without an internal compass, you become a leaf in a gale tossed by every rumor. Rome was drowning in the same distraction we see today. Chariot races were their streaming platform. Gossip was their social feed. Seneca realized that attention is the only true wealth a man possesses. If someone stole your money, you would call the guards and demand justice. When someone steals your time, you thank them for the entertainment. To be chronically distracted is to be bankrupt while living in a palace. It is 2 a.m. and your prefrontal cortex has gone offline. You are a ship without a captain in the middle of a typhoon. And you must realize the storm was engineered specifically to sink you. Friction is armor for the soul. Without resistance, there is no strength, and without silence, there is no self. In 2026, your greatest competitive advantage is your cognitive moat. While the world fragments its attention into meaningless seconds, the person who can focus for 4 uninterrupted hours becomes a rare god. And in a world of noise, rare is the only thing that is valuable. To reclaim your edge, you must adopt a system of total extraction. This is the alchemy of extraction. The foundation is digital foraging. You do not scroll aimlessly through the digital brush. You hunt with intent. Hunters move with purpose toward a target. Prey drifts. This discipline is sustained by the extraction tech. Every minute you spend consuming the work of others must be repaid in your own production. Consumption without creation breeds a state of total dependency. Creation builds the leverage required to move the world. This path inevitably leads to the synthesis. While others entertain themselves into a stupor, you compound your knowledge. This is where the strings of the algorithm begin to weaken. Your first line of defense is the blackout protocol. At 10 p.m. the phone leaves the room and stays behind a closed door. Every blackout reduces your biological dependency on the glow. Every night you do this, you reclaim a piece of stolen ground. This is followed by the sovereign window. The first 90 minutes of your day belong to you alone. No feeds. No reacting to the world. No consumption. You build your own world before the masses bid on your attention. Most people will feel motivated for a moment and then return to the cage. They will tell themselves they cannot change because it is too hard. That is the divide between the master and the servant. Every blackout weakens another strand of the invisible web. Every sovereign window removes another thread of control. Eventually, there is nothing left to pull. So stop. Stop pretending you are just using it to pass the time. Stop telling yourself you are staying connected to the world. Connectivity is the bait. Your sovereignty is the cost of the meal. Take a breath. Feel the absolute silence in the room around you. It is not empty. It is space for your mind to expand. And in that space, your real life waits to be built by your own hands. The systems that harvest you fear this silence more than anything. Billions are spent ensuring you never sit in it long enough to think clearly. Because in silence you might realize something uncomfortable. The strings are not made of steel. They are made of your own habits. And habits are simply choices repeated until they feel automatic and safe. Turn off the autopilot. Take back the controls of your mind. Tonight, the blackout begins. Tomorrow, the sovereign window opens. No announcement. No performance for the audience. No digital validation. Just the quiet, brutal work of becoming the architect of your own mind. Guard your mind, or someone else will own it forever.